Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of Ask Yvette. And this week we had a question, and it is how to heal trauma and reverse the physical effect. Hi everyone, Yvette Rose here, author and founder of Metaphysical Anatomy, which is a big book of 679 medical ailments and the psychosomatic patterns of stress of that for adults. And guys, you guessed it, here we have the kids version, Psychosomatics of Children. So this one is 700 pages and it's for parents. If you work with kids, it's perfect. If you want to understand your own childhood even better, guys, this is for you. You will never look at your childhood the same way again. Now, guys, we also have free masterclasses. Find them at EVETTEROSE.com every week. You don't want to miss it. And so for this episode, guys, we had a really great question. And so the question here is how to heal trauma and reverse the physical aspect of that. Now, guys, first of all, that's kind of like what we do. So you'll see here Metaphysical Anatomy Technique, and we also have a free membership site to which you can join, tons of free healing courses there. So this is a really great question, also quite a long, extensive question. But if I can give you a really cool, fun way to already start with to kind of understand where, what, and how. When you have a physical problem, normally it means that there was already an emotional stress that was building up. And the psychosomatic pattern of that stress is stored in certain parts of the body. Now, normally where the physical point or pain point is, that area will tell you what the psychosomatic stress has been over time. Imagine pain or accident or a physical ailment that's coming forward in a certain part of your body. That's almost the physical final expression of that psychosomatic stress that's been layered in and again and again and again and again. And of course, triggered again and again and again by your environment. Now, this can be due to ancestral trauma or stress. It can be maybe you copied certain behavioral patterns from your parents and you didn't consciously realize that. So it's almost like an imposter syndrome taking place. It's in conflict with your true, authentic identity, which creates a lot of inner conflict as well. So if you have a lot of inner conflict, that's normally exactly what it would mean for you. And in MAT, in the Metaphysical Anatomy Technique, what we would do is we would look at the psychosomatic patterns. We'll look at the ongoing stress that's been going on in your life over time. How did you fail perhaps to correct certain dynamics that was causing you stress in the past? Now, not necessarily calling it fail as you're a failure. It means there's certain points that you subconsciously overlooked because of fear. Maybe there were boundaries that needed to be expressed. Maybe certain things needed to change drastically in your life, but you didn't know how to. Maybe you didn't have the support in order to take certain types of actions. And then you stayed stuck in really negative or abusive or stressful situations or dynamics. There's something unresolved, whether it's a trigger in your life, whether it's a trigger that took place while you were as a little baby, a fetus in your mother's womb, and the stress of that is now re-triggered because the perfect recipe of emotional stress in your environment triggered the frequency match of that trauma that was held in the cellular memory of your body. Guys, if you want to find out actually more about this is so much of that content is right in here. Hardcore research. You're going to love it. So that's what you want to address first. You want to look at what was the pattern? What was the unresolved emotional stress? Why did I not correct the stress? Was it because of fear? I wasn't aware of perhaps how to laser target what the issue even was. You just felt the discomfort. Guys, that can also happen. So at the end of the day, that is how I would tackle a situation like that. But of course, then it helps if you have a technique with it as well. And that's why we have Metaphysical Anatomy Technique, because that's exactly what we do. Now, it's also important to look at, if we look at the physical side of a condition, it depends. Did this physical condition now, maybe, was it inherited? Were you born with it? If that's the case, now you want to go look at what was going on when your mom was pregnant with you. How was your mom and dad feeling when they conceived you? What was their stress in their life at that time as well? You want to be looking at patterns of what was happening in your mom's life as well. There's many reasons for that. And that's that's whole video series on its own, but that will already give you an idea of where you can look at if you already have a healing technique as well. So physical points can sometimes feel challenging to resolve because they're kind of like the last expression of ongoing stress, whether it was inherited or whether it's being triggered in your life, maybe childhood trauma, maybe it was due to an immediate traumatic event or an injury. It really depends. But the reason why a physical challenge in the body showed up in a certain area is not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It will tell you exactly what unresolved emotional trauma and stress and patterns have been left unresolved. Now, it also depends. Does this physical aspect have pain or does it not have pain? That now changed the game completely. So that would now mean maybe, are we looking at unresolved anger, which means there's other core emotions now that needs to be addressed as well. Or if there's no pain, now we need to look at what certain issues in your life perhaps have grown out of control. So these are all points and elements to dive into, to absorb, to look at. But like I said, guys, we do a lot of that in Metaphysical Anatomy Technique. You can find out so much more. We have so much free content also at the MAT membership site. So jump in there, have a look, and you can also go to EVETTEROSE.com, join our free masterclasses. We teach and work through so many life challenges and psychosomatic patterns as well. It's very exciting. So guys, there you have it. And until next time, be the light that you are. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.